Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with, who are you gentlemen? Go ahead and tell them.
Bulldog Braden Hosey.
I'm Big Nasty Noah Hosey, and collectively we are the best pair of brothers in professional wrestling today, the Hosey Brothers.
That's right, that's right.
All right. And I'm Philip Cersei from the Wrestling News, Mississippi Wrestling Newsletter. I'll get it right in a minute. Man, it's good to have y'all here. I appreciate the time. So
Thank you for having us.
all right. So first off, explain how you guys got into the wrestling business.
When we started watching wrestling, I was probably 5 years old. He was probably 3 with our grandfather. And we'd always wanted to do this, but just didn't know a way to get into the business. When Steve Starr was still running SWA, we reached out to him about coming to help set up just to meet everybody. So we came set up for 3 years maybe before we even started training. We were probably 14 or so at the time.
Wow.
I started training when I was 17. You were what, 15?
I was, 15.
15, yeah. So we had to wait a little bit to start training, but then once we finally got to it.
Hey, y'all pay those dues very, very early.
Yes, sir.
I mean, some people say also that you never stop paying dues, but at the same time, I mean, you started as a teenager and did it for 3 years. I mean, you got to put respect on that. So.
Yes, sir.
All right, so is Noah and Braden Hosey y'all's government name?
They are.
And-
It is.
Okay, all right. That answers that question. I was about to say, if it's not, how did it come up with it?
Yeah.
So
Government name.
All right. So, what was that moment that y'all knew that y'all wanted to be wrestlers?
You go first on the thing.
I would say, I mean, since the day we just watched it on the TV, you know, just watching WWE, going to shows when we were kids, you know, it's just, we've always wanted to, for me, I know, I think I can speak for Noah too and say that's just what we've always wanted to do ever since we could remember.
Yeah. I remember when we were younger, I went through a phase where I just didn't want to be a wrestler. I wanted it so bad for so long, and then I was probably like 12 to 15. I got to know the things, basketball, stuff like that, and he stuck with it. But eventually we met Hunter Rhodes, who's the other third in varsity with us, and once we kind of kindled that friendship up, we became good friends, and wrestling kind of crept back into our lives, or my life at least.
I guess. Because I know, well, I've never really wanted to become a wrestler. I mean, because I'm not wrestling material. Let's just be honest here. But what hooked me at first, it was before y'all's time, unfortunately. But '97 Nitro, it was Sting had just changed his persona. He came down from rappers and pointed the bat right at Hogan. Hogan's freaking out. He's pointing at me. That moment, I don't know what it was, but it stuck forever. So, let's see. Who was all the wrestlers that y'all watched or seen? Who inspired y'all the most?
In my earlier years, like when I was a kid watching, it was people like Cena, Edge, that late Ruthless Aggression, early PG era people. Edge was usually my guy, but now that I'm actually wrestling and I'm studying wrestling, it's Hosey Brothers, Dr. Death, the big guys in Japan, Vader, Bam Bam, all of them. That's really what I stick with. That's who I idolize. Ring of Honor, Samoa, people like that.
My favorite growing up was always Rey Mysterio. I'm a shorter guy. I know I'm not as, say, small as he was, but with the height thing, I think that was a big inspiration for me. And like Noah said, Steiner Brothers, those are obviously, we take a lot of people compare us to them, and you know, we take a lot of lessons from watching them as well. And also going to shows, SWA shows when we were younger, seeing people like, you know, Barry Wolf, Lucas Frost, Calvin Rose, Monty Warbucks. You know, we kind of take pieces and bits from everyone we watch, really.
Yeah, you guys have been around for a long time. So the goal, I know different wrestlers have different goals when they get into it. Is y'all's goal to get to WWE, TNA, or RH, or are you more, okay, I'm going to be indie mainly?
Me personally, I mean, I think I speak for Braden too. Of course, when we were little, we always wanted to get WWE because that's the only one we really watched. And at this point now in our lives, I'm 22. He's 21? 21. I'm about to turn 23. I think we forget how young we are in this business. But yeah, WWE getting signed, it's always been a goal.
Mhm.
I went out a couple years ago with blood clots in my leg, so it kind of shuffled my goals a little bit. My main goal is, as long as I'm happy with what I'm doing, and wrestling is my safe space,
Yeah.
then I'm okay wherever I'm at.
Awesome.
But I mean, being signed would be great. That would be great.
I mean, yeah. Cool. It's I'll tell you the people in the indie scene, like especially fans, they appreciate y'all if y'all stick around too, because there's something different about it. Because I mean, one of the things about WWE, love them or hate them, I mean, everyone too, whatever. But usually it's like half the time you gotta pay $100 just to get an autograph or get a picture with somebody. That might be being nice about it actually. So, and it's indies, it's like, I mean, it's like, y'all come over here. You know,
Yeah.
it's very fan interactive. I love it.
That's a big thing for us. We don't. I can't understand. I've seen indie wrestlers charge for autographs, charge for photos, and
Yep.
my main goal when we're out there, and I can speak for Brady when I say this, is to let the people in the crowd get away from their real life for the 2 or 3 hours they're here.
Mhm.
Let them enjoy their life while they're here, because you never know what's going on outside of here with everybody.
Right, absolutely. So, given an indie era, it can be TV or indie, whatever the case might be, dead or alive, who is y'all's dream tag team to face?
I know we mentioned them before, but I think the Steiner Brothers, I think there's a lot of similarities there. There's a lot of similar styles. I think us having a match with them would be something to see.
Yeah, I'll go from today's era. I would say probably Hank and Tank on NXT. And that's another team we've watched a lot and try to pick up some things from. That's probably one of our top ones.
Yeah. Okay. Not bad at all. So, what are y'all's just opinion on stuff on TV today? Just go ahead. Good and bad.
I really don't watch like the full episodes as much as I should.
Mhm.
I'm more watching highlights on Facebook, Instagram, just like that. I'll watch like Sandy reacts, and I watch just keeping the bowl what's going on.
Yeah.
Obviously, if they're making as much money as they are, they're doing something right. I can't argue with any of that.
Yeah.
I'll more watch older stuff when I was a kid, stuff before I was born, but I still like to tune in every now and then, like big PLEs, the reviews.
Yeah.
I'll tune into those.
Right.
But I think wrestling right now is as hot as it's been since at least the Attitude Era.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Want to add anything?
Yeah, just like him, I try to watch as much as I can, try to strengthen my knowledge, strengthen my portfolio. So I try to watch as much as I can. I definitely watch some of the older stuff more, but I try to keep up with what's happening currently also.
Yeah. My biggest issue, and it's not really necessarily the wrestling part of it. It's like for Monday Night Raw, you have to have Netflix, NXT, CW, and SmackDown on USA Network.
Mhm.
And pay-per-views, you gotta get on ESPN Plus, and I'm like,
It's so much money for this one product.
Yeah. And there's times I watch it, I kind of go, it's not my favorite. But at the same time, like you were saying earlier, it's just, they're making a living at this at the same time, so I can't say too much about it, So,
Yes, sir.
but let's see here. Here's a good one. Do you guys, long term, plan to do any singles competition? I know some time ago y'all got injured, one of you did, and I think it was you got injured.
It was
Okay.
lots.
Okay,
That's clots.
my bad. But yeah, but is there any long-term goals like to be individual single competition?
I think if something comes up and we get opportunities, one of us as an individual, I feel like we'll take those. Right now, I feel like the chemistry that we have, the energy that we bring to the ring, I think that that will take us far. And I think as of right now, tag team wrestling is kind of what we want to do. But we certainly wouldn't turn down opportunities to do things as individuals also.
I mean, I'd love to win a singles title at some point in my career. I mean, that's obviously on the bucket list. But being in a tag team with your brother, that's not something a lot of people can say.
Right.
So, and what we do in the ring, I've had people say we're one of the best in the Gulf South today, one of the best tag teams, and I take that with my heart, and I love it. And
I can't disagree, honestly.
thank you. I can't see doing anything but tag team wrestling
Right.
for the long haul.
Yeah, because I mean, people gotta understand, there is absolutely nothing wrong with just being household tag team, because, I mean, you look at some of these tag teams, like the Hardys, now Jeff had a little bit good of a singles, run,
Mhm.
better than Matt, honestly, but the, Dudleys, for example, their main thing that they done now, they had some decent single runs, but they're known for their tag team.
Mhm.
That's their main thing with them, and again, if it stays tag team, I always say, hey, if it works, it works, so.
Yes, sir.
Right, so, any advice on anybody that wants to get into the wrestling business?
I would say find a school near you, or show up to your local indie show, offer to help set up, offer to help tear down, pay your dues. One thing I wish I would have done a lot earlier is actually start going to the gym, actually get some good cardio, because there's nothing like being in a wrestling ring 15 minutes into the match and you're blown up and you can't breathe and you still have to fight to win. But yeah, get in shape, reach out to a promoter on your local indie scene, set up, tear down, and find somebody you trust. And it's always easier when you have somebody like I had Braden and Hunter
Yes.
to do it with, to endure to the training.
Yeah. You wanna add anything?
I would just say, it takes as much mental toughness as it does physical toughness. Say what you want about wrestling, it's not ballet, it hurts. The things we do in there are real. We endure real pain, and there's nothing that can prepare you for it other than doing it. So you have to have physical, mental toughness, so just be prepared for that.
Yeah, you never know how it feels until you just take one good back bump. And then you get a real reality check real fast of just how.
Saying snores, can't breathe.
Yes, yeah. Especially if you don't tuck your head. But anyway. All right, so one last thing, just any shout outs, any last thoughts, anybody, or if you want to thank anybody for whatever. There you go.
Special thanks to our granddad for showing us wrestling when we're so young. Special thanks to all of our trainers, everyone who helped us get our foot in the door here at SWA and everyone who's allowed us to wrestle for their promotion or in front of them. We appreciate y'all. Social medias, no Hosey Pro, you're just what, Braden Hosey?
Braden Hosey.
BRADYN, very odd. Very odd spelling. And the Hosey Brothers. Yeah, we're just trying to blow up now. We're just trying to get it wherever we can.
Anything that you didn't say that you want to say?
Shout out to the Mississippi Wrestling Newsletter for
There you
having
go.
us.
There you go. Look at the hat. You got the hat.
Sure.
Yes, y'all see that. Anyway. But look, I appreciate both of you for taking time out to do this.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
We're gonna get out of here. Y'all got the riots and possibly DFB, so
Yes, sir.
let's see how it goes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This has been Mississippi Wrestling Newsletter. You got the Hosies. Thank y'all.